First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready, go. Ready.
They begin the drive with Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Falcons at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Amari Barno. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. Good pick up there at 22. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Ready?
2nd and 6. This one swung out to Williams. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ridder, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Start on the ground with Hubbard. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pick on the lead.
Well, they use it out of the backfield. He had 4 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Well, come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. First down, Stevenson. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Stevenson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw on 2nd down, Stevenson. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready,
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Now back to throw. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Williams brings it in. Touchdown! Javonte Williams, 39 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
First and 10. Stevenson. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Stevenson. Put it on the carpet, a fumble. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Looking to throw. Stevenson. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down. Stevenson. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And out of bounds right around the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Martin Williams able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And this offense going to need to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Go, 10. Flag blue.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And they'll line wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
In motion comes the tight end left. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 75
yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 30 yards. Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
There you go, partner. That's an old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser fullback and let him get the job done.
Operating from the gun, Stevenson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And it's going to be a 1st down right now. Good pick up there, 26 yards. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Charles, he's still a young center-pounder in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized
realized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with the bandit.
So 3rd down, the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. Back to throw. Stevenson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it, because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next, the score, Panthers 31, Falcons 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
So Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Right back to Pitts again. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll set up a throw. Going up top.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Xavier Woods with a pick.
And the Panthersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. McCaffrey running up the middle. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Complete to Brian Edwards.
They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
The drive here now is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And a pretty quick burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Desmond Ridder
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3 points separating these 2 sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the 4th quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
A give up the middle.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. They're running what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice being taking care of the
giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Up the middle, it's Williams. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Slot man moves right. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He's back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Williams will try again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready. Blue strike. Ready. Ball ready.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, and it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, things started off exciting this week.